Well, welcome to physics session. Today we are going to discuss second type of collision, that is inelastic collision. So please watch the lecture till the end. Definitely you will get clear idea about this topic. Right. Let us begin our topic, inelastic collision. So main point of this inelastic collision is the in which collision in which kinetic energy is not conserved, momentum is conserved. Okay, here kinetic energy is not conserved, but momentum is conserved. Momentum is conserved. That means before collision momentum is equal to after the collision momentum, both are equal. Before collision kinetic energy is not equal to after collision kinetic energy. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? Before collision kinetic energy, total kinetic energy is not equal to after collision total kinetic energy. Okay, and here momentum is conserved means, that means before collision total momentum is equal to after collision total momentum. Okay, so this is about if kinetic energy is not conserved in inelastic collision, momentum is conserved in inelastic collision. This is very important point. So based upon this point, now we discuss derivations in this inelastic collision, right? Now let us consider two particles. Okay, so I'll consider a two particles. Let us consider two particles. This particle having mass m2 and velocity u2, and this particle having mass m1, initial velocity is u1, and final velocity is v1. Final velocity for this particle is v2. So here u1 and u2 are initial velocities. v1 and v2 are final velocities. Okay, so I consider here two particles, right? So from this first point, already you know, momentum is conserved. Momentum is conserved here. So that means m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Right. Next, so this is we got here. Here let u1 is greater than u2. Let u1 is greater than u2 I consider here, right? So from this, in inelastic collision, kinetic energy kinetic energy lost takes place. Kinetic energy lost takes place. In inelastic collision, kinetic energy lost takes place. Kinetic energy is decreases. Kinetic energy lost takes place. That means kinetic energy decreases. Okay, kinetic energy is decreases. So here kinetic energy lost is equal to delta kinetic energy lost is equal to KEI minus KEF. Here KEI means initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. And this initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy is equal to half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, okay, into u1 minus u2 whole square into 1 minus e square. 1 minus e square. So this is a important formula. Kinetic energy lost for inelastic collision, kinetic energy lost half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2 whole square into 1 minus e square. Here e value is lies between 0 and 1. Here e value is lies between 0 and 1. It is lies between 0 and 1. So this is very important. E means here coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution value is lies between 0 and 1. Okay. So this is about inelastic collision, kinetic energy lost. This formula is very important. Kinetic energy lost. So next here final velocities formula. Final velocities formula. Final velocities formula. So here final velocity v1 is equal to m1 minus m2e by m1 plus m2 into u1 plus 1 plus e into m2 by m1 plus m2 into u2. Okay, so this is your main formula, v1 formula, that is v1 is equal to m1 minus m2 into e by m1 plus m2 into u1, 1 plus e into m2 by m1 plus m2. Here e value is must lies between must lies between 0 and 1. E value is must lies between 0 and 1. Next v2 value, final velocity v2 is equal to, so what we got, m2 minus m1 into e by m1 plus m2 into u2 plus 1 plus e into m1 by m1 plus m2 into u1. So this is a formula for v2. Okay, so this is a formula. So this is about final velocity in inelastic collision and the final velocity v1 and v2 in inelastic collision. After collision, final velocity v1 is, this is velocity, and final velocity v2 is, this is here. Next, third type of collision, that is so that is a perfectly inelastic collision. perfectly inelastic collision. So third type of collision, that was perfectly inelastic collision. Okay, perfectly inelastic collision. How can we define this perfectly inelastic collision? So main important point is the collision in which otherwise I consider after collision both particles or bodies stick together, both bodies are stick together and moves with common velocity, stick together and moves with common velocity. After collision, both particles or bodies stick together and moves with common velocity, then that collision is called perfectly inelastic collision. This is very important. After collision, two bodies are stuck together and moves with common velocity, then that collision is called perfectly inelastic collision. Okay, perfectly inelastic collision. So in this collision, coefficient of restitution E value is equal to 0 for this collision. Otherwise for this collision, coefficient of restitution E value is 0. In this collision, kinetic energy lost is maximum. In this collision, kinetic energy lost is maximum. Maximum kinetic energy lost takes place. Okay, maximum kinetic energy lost takes place. That means KEI, initial kinetic energy, is much greater than KEF. So lot of kinetic energy lost takes place here. Okay, so next. So this is main important points about perfectly inelastic collision. In this, momentum is conserved. Momentum is conserved here. In this also, momentum is conserved. Kinetic energy is not conserved. Kinetic energy is not conserved. Kinetic energy is not conserved. Okay. So for this one, kinetic energy is not conserved. So here, two particles of a mass, m1 of a mass u1, second particle of a mass m2, okay, mass initial velocity u2, mass is m1, initial velocity u1, mass is m2 and initial velocity is u2. Okay, after collision, so before collision, this is before collision. After collision, so this is mass m1, it is moving with initial velocity is v. So both bodies are stick together. After collision, both bodies are stick together. So this is we got m1 plus m2. Both bodies are stick together, moving with common velocity. This is v. This is very important. After collision, both bodies stick together. That's why m1 plus m2 moving with velocity v. Okay, both bodies stick together. Now momentum is conserved. Momentum is conserved. That means total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. So this means here total momentum before collision is m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Total momentum after collision is m1 plus m2 into v. Okay, so this is here. Then common final velocity v is equal to common final velocity v is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. Okay, m1 plus m2. This is common final velocity. Okay, so next kinetic energy lost takes place now here. Maximum kinetic energy lost takes place. That maximum kinetic energy is so maximum kinetic energy lost takes place here. Kinetic energy lost is equal to KEI minus KEF. KEI minus KEF. Okay. So KEI minus KEF here. KEI is equal to half into m1 plus m2 into half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square. Final kinetic energy half into m1 plus m2 into v square. Okay, m1 plus m2 into v square. So this is here. So here from this we concluded that we write like this: half into m1 plus m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 minus u2 whole square 1 minus e square. This is delta kinetic energy lost. So any type of collision, so we consider this is a kinetic energy lost formula. For elastic collision, substitute E is equal to 1. For inelastic, for perfectly inelastic collision, E is equal to 0. So E is equal to 0 we substitute. So we substitute E is equal to 0. We'll get kinetic energy lost is equal to half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2. Okay, m1 plus m2 into m1 plus m2 u1 minus u2 whole square. So this is very important. So this is about kinetic energy lost. Okay, kinetic energy lost in inelastic collision, for perfectly inelastic collision. So next we'll discuss example. So one example problem for perfectly inelastic collision. So one best example for perfectly inelastic collision. This is very, very important. One example. ballistic pendulum, ballistic pendulum. Example for perfectly inelastic collision. Example for perfectly inelastic collision. Okay, so here the main important thing is ballistic pendulum. This is example. Ballistic pendulum. Let us consider a bullet of mass m1 and wooden board, otherwise you consider as a small m, mass a small m. If you consider as m1, don't be confused, m1 or m2, and wooden board of mass m2. Initially bullet is moving with velocity u meter per second, and wooden board initially at rest. Okay, if bullet is hits the wooden flank or a wooden board and wooden board and it stick and both are moved together, both are moved together with common velocity v meter per second. Okay, so v meter per second. So now we need to find in this question here, find initial velocity of bullet and second one, height displaced by wooden board. Okay, height displaced by wooden board. So we need to find that. So here, so this is the question. And now, how can we solve this? Mass m2 will become m1 plus m2. So bullet mass m1, initial velocity is u meter per second. Here initial velocity for this one is u2 is equal to 0, because initially this is at rest. For this one, u2 is equal to 0. 0. Because this is at rest. Hit this one, and it is moving with common velocity, and it makes an angle theta here. So it is a displaced like this. Okay. So this is height h. Okay. So this is length L. This is L minus h. This is also h. Okay. So this is also h here. So we got like this. After hitting, bullet and block both are going to be moved with the common velocity v, with common velocity v. Okay, with the common velocity v meter per second. So now momentum is conserved here. Momentum is conserved. Momentum is conserved. This collision is perfectly inelastic collision or what? After collision, both bodies are moving with common velocity. That's why this collision is perfectly inelastic collision. Momentum is conserved here. So then m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Okay. So here momentum is conserved. That means here m1 plus m2 into both are moving with common velocity. Okay. So m1 into u1 means u. Here u1 means u meter per second, and m2 means m2, u2 means 0, m1 plus m2 into v. So from this v is equal to m1 into u by m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2. So this is common velocity. Okay. So both blocks are moving with common velocity. That common velocity is v is equal to m1 into u by m1 plus m2. Here observe carefully. According to law of conservation of energy, here after bullet is hitting, it moves upward. Wooden board moves upward. If any body certain height from the ground, it present or situated certain height from the ground, then kinetic energy or potential energy takes place. Here potential energy takes place. If any body certain height from the ground, then definitely potential energy takes place. Here potential energy is increases because height is increases gradually. Potential energy increases and kinetic energy decreases. Is it or not? Kinetic energy is decreases and potential energy is increases here. So that means decrease in kinetic energy is equal to increase in potential energy. According to law of conservation of energy, energy is neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. What is the meaning of this? Here, decrease in kinetic energy. How much amount of kinetic energy decreases, the same amount of potential energy is increases here. So kinetic energy is decreases. How much it is decreases here? Kinetic energy decreases is equal to increase in potential energy. Okay, increase in potential energy means here m1 plus m2 mass into g into height h. So this is height h, m1 plus m2 into g into h here. So here kinetic energy, decrease in kinetic energy, half into capital M plus, that means here m1 plus m2 into, okay, v square. Okay, this is kinetic energy. So here increase and decrease in kinetic energy is equal to increase in potential energy, that is half into m1 plus m2 into v square is equal to m1 plus m2 into g into h. Okay. So from this m1 plus m2, so here these two are going to be cancelled. Finally we got v square is equal to 2gh. So v square is equal to 2gh. So from this V is equal to square root of 2gh. V is equal to square root of 2gh, and h is equal to v square by 2g. H is equal to v square by 2g. Is it or not? H is equal to v square by 2g. Well, to continuing my lecture on collision, observe carefully. According to law of conservation of energy, so here a small thing change, please note down this, so please rectify it. This is kinetic energy at highest point, is equal to potential energy at highest point. Kinetic energy at highest point is equal to potential energy at highest point, because energy is conserved here. Energy must be conserved, whatever it may be the kinetic energy, and that must equal to potential energy. Okay, kinetic energy at highest point is half into m1 plus m2 into v square, that is equal to m1 plus m2 into gh. Finally we got final velocity v square is equal to 2gh. This v value is, we got root 2gh, that v value substituted. This is I'll consider as equation 1. Substitute v value in this equation, we got initial velocity of the bullet. Okay, initial velocity of bullet. So now, so we got here, substitute, this is the v value, substitute v value in equation 1. So what we got my here, v is equal to m1 into u by m1 plus m2. Here v value already you know, that is root 2gh. Root 2gh is equal to m1 into u by m1 plus m2. So here u is equal to root 2gh into m1 plus m2 by m1 plus m2 by m1. So here u is equal to m1 plus m2 by m1 into root 2g into h, means here L into 1 minus cos theta. L into 1 minus cos theta. This u means initial velocity of bullet. Initial velocity of bullet. So what is initial velocity of bullet we got here? Here initial velocity of bullet we got m1 plus m2 by m1 into square root of 2g L into 1 minus cos theta. So 2g L into 1 minus cos theta. Why we consider here h is equal to 1 minus cos theta? So this is A, B, and C we consider from triangle ABC. This is here theta, and this is L minus H. This is A, and B, C. This is L. So from this cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is L minus H, hypotenuse is L. So from this L cos theta is equal to L minus H. So that means H is equal to L into 1 minus cos theta. Okay, H is equal to L into 1 minus cos theta. That's why I substitute here. H is nothing but here L into 1 minus cos theta. How much amount of height is rises here? L into 1 minus cos theta. So this is about the initial velocity of bullet and maximum height raised by the wooden board after hitting a bullet. Okay, so this is about this is a final velocity, final common velocity, that is equal to square root of 2g into h, means L into 1 minus cos theta. Okay, so this is equal to this, we got 2g into Okay, so this is about initial velocity of bullet we find, and the maximum height raised by the bullet we find, and the final velocity or common velocity of bullet and wooden block we found. Next, here in this inelastic collision, maximum kinetic energy lost takes place. Maximum kinetic energy lost takes place. So that means kinetic energy lost is equal to kinetic energy lost. So kinetic energy lost is equal to initial kinetic energy minus final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy. So that means initial kinetic energy is equal to final kinetic energy half into m1 plus initial kinetic energy half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square minus half into m1 plus m2 into v square. So from this we got half into m1 plus m2, sorry, we got from this m1 m2 by m1 plus m2, okay, into u1 minus u2 whole square, u1 minus u2 whole square. This is kinetic energy lost we got. In this application, u2 is equal to 0. This application u2 is equal to 0, already initially given. u2 value is 0 or not, so u2 value is 0, substitute. So kinetic energy lost is equal to half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 square. So we got so kinetic energy lost here is equal to m1 half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 square. So this is about for the ballistic pendulum, kinetic energy lost. Kinetic energy lost is equal to half into m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into u1 square. So this is about ballistic pendulum example for perfectly inelastic collision. This is very important application. So this application is useful to solve numericals in NEET and JEE. Next, okay, in the next lecture I'll discuss oblique collision, okay, and one more collision I discuss that is oblique collision, that is the end of the session collision. So up to now I discussed perfectly elastic collision, perfectly inelastic collision and inelastic collision, okay. So these three we discussed, and coefficient of restitution, definition of coefficient of restitution and importance of coefficient of restitution, how it is varies for elastic, inelastic and perfectly inelastic collisions we discussed in last previous lectures. Right, in the next lecture I'll discuss oblique collision and some important features or applications related with coefficient of restitution. So these are all I discussed in the last lecture. So this is the time to end this session. I hope you all are understood this lecture. While watching this lecture, if you'll get any doubt, feel free to mention in comment box. Thank you for watching my lectures. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you so much.